What is good, Fin Nation? What is good? It's your boy Reason. We are back here for another one. I'm joined by the homie Martin. What's good, bro? How you feeling after beating the Bills? I mean, one thing to say, this feels different when McDaniel gets hired. It's another thing to actually see it coming to fruition. And in 3 weeks, we beat Belichick. We've won in Baltimore for the first time since '97, and we beat the Bills for the first time since 2018, and we're only 3 weeks into the Mike McDaniel regime, bro. How you feeling, man?
Every week, man, we're making some type of history, bro. We're doing it, man. And you know what, man? I'm gonna say for sure. I think this is one of the, like how you said last time, one of the best. This might go down as one of the best hires in Dolphins history. When you talk about things that I didn't anticipate as far as like just immediate success, because you mentioned, man, McDaniel OCD, like he has a certain thing about the history of things, the momentum, I think he sees the big picture, man. And every week, bro, I think every game is circled for this dude, bro. And honestly, man, that this last game, I was with one of my homeboys, man. It was just one of those on the edge of our seat, like, oh man, like this is happening. You know what I mean? This is real for real, man. And honestly, the way we hung in there from the first kickoff to obviously the last play when time ran out, it was like, wow, wire to wire, team football, bro. And I loved every minute of it, man.
Yeah, it was obviously super impressive. Another thing too that we'd be remiss not to mention. I mean, especially for us who sit back and watch all every TUA dropback. Quite the change up for the over a year, even during the Flores era, and only 18 dropbacks. I mean, the Bills ran 93 offensive plays and we only gave up 19 points. I mean, Josh Allen threw the ball 62 times. What was 62, 63, right? What was it? It was
63.
63, okay. He put up less yards than TUA did on 52 last week. He put up obviously less touchdowns. Let's be honest, TUA had 2 picks, but this guy had 4 or 5 turnover-worthy plays easily, all right? Just passing. We're not talking about fumbles or anything like that. And on top of all that, over 40, and I know you appreciate it like I do. 40 minutes and 40 seconds of possession is freaking ridiculous.
Right.
And the fact that you could only muster up 19 points, where again, Martin, again, a drive TUA gets knocked out of, right? When it looked like he was going to make something happen. And then that one drive where we're just trying to get distance to punt it away. Wipe those 2 drives. We really only had 6 drives where we were attempting to score with 2 at the helm. And we scored on 3 of them. Now, sure, one was great field position, but the fact is we got it done. I don't care what anyone says. So, again, I don't know if you saw what I said yesterday, but the Miami Dolphins are averaging 3.07 points per drive, which is number 1 in the NFL. Number 2 is the Bills at 3.03 points per drive. I mean, and again, look at it. We talk about this every week. Teams are averaging 11 to 12 drives a game. We're only getting 8 or 9. We're not even hitting the NFL average yet. And look at what we're doing. I think it's super impressive that we put up 83 points in 3 weeks. And you look at how the possession has worked out. I mean, yeah, we won the game. We won time of possession the week before, but remember the Ravens started out with a 10-minute drive in the first quarter, right? It could have been even more. It's just amazing to see that, from hitting the stride in the running game to really a possession and a drive number. We haven't even seen this offense, at full tilt yet, which has got to have Dolphin fans, considering we're 3-0 heading into Thursday night. When I talked to Nick Hicks, he said TUA's golden. So, TUA's going to play. And TUA, by all indications, sounded like he was going to play. Listen, our offense isn't even where it could be, and our defense is showing that it's back where it needed to be on that 7-game win streak last year. Bro, is there any team in the NFL? I asked this to the comment section yesterday. I'm going to ask it to you now, Martin. Is there any team in the NFL that scares you right now?
From what I've seen from the first 3 weeks, no. I think this Miami Dolphins team can go anywhere. I think they can compete with anyone. And I just never count out Miami in any situational football. And you know me with situational football, bro. The defense stepped up in situational football. The offense stepped up in situational football. Obviously, that butt punt was not that didn't work in our favor. But for the most part, man, every single critical moment of an NFL football game, it seems like Coach McDaniels has his mind wrapped around making those things happen. And it's getting kind of, I'm not saying routine, because obviously there's still more to prove, but it's becoming more and more obvious that this is the team that we're gonna be, moving forward. We're just gonna be consistent, and
we're complete. We're more towards the complete end of the spectrum than we have been in years. That's McDaniel and the personnel we've added on the coaching staff and on the field have led this team, complemented by our defense, to the closest we've been to a complete team, and our offensive line is still not done, and our run game is not clicking yet.
Exactly. And I will say this, man.
Our second level of the defense can be improved.
Right, at linebacker. And I will say this. I think if we hit stride by midseason, where we have statistically and also by the eye test a top 10 offense and a top 10 defense, it's about to get real. It's about to get real, bro. Top 10 on both sides of the football equates to victories, and more victories equates to better playoff positioning. And obviously the AFC West is about to tear each other apart. The AFC North, we're going to see what that's going to become.
And our franchise quarterback, I'm going on record now, our franchise quarterback is giving us top 10 play right now.
That I mentioned that to somebody, how we were all talking about during the offseason. If Tua gives us top 12 play, then he's our guy. He's in top 5 in almost every category right now, bro. I'm like,
I'm being nice saying he's top 10. I'm not jumping to top 5 right now. But I'm just talking stats. Top 12, and this guy's giving us top 10. And if you really want to go by statistics,
top 5 and everything,
he's
bro.
Giving you top 5 right now, play at the position.
Yeah, but that's fair. As far as what we've seen, I'm seeing a top 10, performer. You know what I mean? I'm not even talking about his attributes, but I'm just saying performing.
And I've called him the best third down quarterback in the NFL. He's also been really take a significant leap on second down as well, I think, too. And he was already really good in the fourth quarter. He was already we've gone over the numbers. He was already really good in the fourth quarter. He was already really one of the best quarterbacks in the fourth quarter and the red zone since the 90s. Right? That's just the statistics. And now he's gotten better on second down, and he's the best third down quarterback in the NFL, arguably right now.
Right.
And he's reading all 3 levels. Now, he did miss early on he missed a read or two. I did notice that. But did you see the stuff that Derek Carr was missing with Devontae Adams? And I
haven't seen that.
I know you're a big Darren Orlovsky broke it down today, and on third downs in the red zone, missing him wide open, not even looking his way, and it's Devontae Adams.
Yeah,
not even looking his way, and he's wide open. And how long's Derek been in the league now? Just saying.
Since 2014, man. Yeah, he's been here, done that.
Just saying, right? I'm not hating. Because I know you really love Derek Carr. I'm a fan of Derek Carr.
His arm talent is real. I'm
a fan of the guy, but it happens.
And honestly, man, 0-3 is not even so much just Derek Carr and the quarterback. No. I think coaching is playing a part as far as how you handle situational football. Because remember, in the Cardinals game, they were up 23-0, bro. Yeah. Right? Or they got a big lead, 17-0. When I saw Darren Waller catch that touchdown, from that point moving forward, that's on coaching.
You see the game,
Mac Hollins is balling. Yeah, he's balling for real, man.
EM's over here smoking cigars and sipping bourbon, loving life over here because of Mac Hollins.
No, Mac is a pleasant surprise.
The reason why he never worked in Philly was because he couldn't stay healthy. It was never about athleticism or talent, right? He just couldn't stay healthy.
True. He was a man at UNC.
Yeah, he was. Shout out to Hammer for the $5 donation. Said, hope you guys in Florida stay safe. Keep your heads down. Yes, everyone stays safe from Hurricane Ian.
He's rolling
through. My wife just got back from Florida today, so
good job, man.
Missed out on it. So, you stay safe too, bro.
For sure, man. We're all preparing. So
you ready to do this?
Yeah, man. Let's jump straight in this, man. Let's see what we got,
Justin
man.
says, do you think Tua is going to play? I do. I've been told by Nick. I said it yesterday on the show, and I was told Sunday, I believe, when I talked to Nick. I've been told Tua is golden, so he'll be playing, man. He'll be playing. Don't worry. We're good. Yeah, let's hop into this. You good?
Yeah, of course.
Let's get it. A lighter night than usual, and some big throws from Tua Tagovailoa.
30 less plays from last week.
Oh, and
30.
one of the we're gonna show the sneak play, and the only reason that I showed the sneak play was because that's the play he said he got hurt on. Right?
Let this get into the ethos, into the atmosphere, and hopefully it travels into that Miami Dolphins quarterback room, coaching room, whatever. We have to stop running quarterback sneak with Tua. It's not that you're not supposed to run a quarterback sneak in those type of situations. All I'm saying is there's certain quarterbacks that are good at doing certain things. Tua is not good at running a quarterback sneak, man. And we have to get rid of that in our playbook. If you want to run a quarterback sneak, people forget what happened week 2 against the Baltimore Ravens, where Mark Andrews went in motion, lined up under center, and finished off that play for the quarterback sneak. And we have a guy in Alec Ingold that used to play quarterback, whether it be back in high school or whatever, but he can get a snap from under center, and he's a physical guy that can get that 1 yard for us. So we got to stop running QB sneak with Tua, because it hasn't worked since his rookie year, bro. I hate it when he runs that play.
That's why
I just had to get that out.
That's why I had the jabroni brisket package on 3rd and 4th down last year, right?
Even with Jacoby, I still didn't like Jacoby running it.
After watching Teddy throw a screen, you might as well throw Teddy out there if you're going to quarterback sneak it. I mean, what else are you going to do? I don't even want the guy throwing a screen.
Just not Tua, man. Tua does not know how to run a QB sneak, and that's no shade on Tua. It's just what it is. He just can't run that.
So Dolphins in 21 personnel, 2x2 receiver set, 2 in the gun. Edmonds is to his right. Bills in 4-2, cover 6. Edmonds gonna motion out to the left there. Ingold's gonna get a free release up top to the sideline on his 9 route, and Tua hits him perfectly in between the coverage.
Just a concentration drop.
Yeah, you got to make that. I mean, can I say this too? What ball placement by Tua?
I know.
Between the coverage of the underneath corner and the safety over top, one man to beat. Ingold has that concentration drop. Massive miss, man. Massive miss. Good play call. It was right. I mean, they got him sleeping out the gate. Good throw. Not the execution, man. The execution, brother.
The reason why I believe that play was so crucial and so pivotal is because Tua is coming off of his greatest performance as a pro ever, right? In last week's game. And I mean, you talk about perfect read, perfect rhythm, perfect throw. You make that catch, Alec Ingold, it re-energizes that residue from the previous game. Yeah, it's like, let's play. Yeah. And that was kind of like a damn, I did everything perfect and it didn't happen. So
had his eyes on the field instead of his eyes on the ball, buddy.
Yeah. But Ingold's better than that, man. He's a better athlete than that.
That's why I can't rip on him, man. And this is a couple key drops he's had in the first 3 weeks because he does all the little things to elite.
Yeah, I know.
So, and you know what? Just because it didn't work, go back. Don't be afraid to go back to it in a couple weeks, man. That's all I'm saying.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Dolphins 21 personnel. Edmonds motioning from the left, 2 in the gun. Ingold to his left already. And that's cover 2, man, for the Bills here. They're going to drop back and do. 2 is just going to take Smythe on the hitch route for the quick completion. Now, I don't know if you agree with me here. I think you got to make the Tyreek post read here, I think is what you got to make. Now, I know it's probably not a touchdown, but we'll go over here. You look at now Tyreek's at the bottom here, and you look at the space he's going to get over the middle. Look at the space.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like you gotta make that, and the pocket's good enough for you to be patient. And it's Tyreek. Look at Tyreek before Durham, bro. I don't care.
Right.
how the progressions tell where they tell you to go on that.
And the gap between level 2, where the linebackers are, and level 3, where the safeties are, is just enough of a gap for you to get it over their head quickly.
Snap, right?
You see it
at the snap. You see that vacated area is going to be there, right? By how close to the line of scrimmage the linebackers are and how off the safeties are. Like, it's telling you middle of the field, scream, scream. You know what I mean?
Right. You want to see that through and just make that throw right to him. But regardless, it's a completion. You know, he took that one, but Tyreek is definitely the bigger play to be made on that concept.
Again, nothing minor, not major. Right. So whatever. I'll live with it for another day, you know? Nice. And you'll see this consistently. Again, pass pro was, I know, again, only, you know, however many dropbacks we got here, 23 plays, but it's only like 19 dropbacks if you include the sack, right? Good pocket. You know what I mean? Like pretty consistent, stable, good pocket. You know, Dolphins 11 personnel, 2 in the gun. Edmonds to his left. There you see Hills motioning. Cover 2 man for Buffalo. A lot of 2 high shells for Buffalo today. Sorry, you know, we'll see in the film today, right?
They did not want to get beat deep. No, they are bracketed. They're like, keep too deep, man.
So this is Tua at the bottom there. He's going to take Sherfield at the sticks for the completion on the comeback route. Dolphins draw holding on Christian Benford here and extend the drive as well. That's what that flag's for. So, you know, nice throw. Obviously, you know, you want to see him throw past the sticks there. Hey, good catch by Sherfield too. The one thing I know, Sherfield, again, hasn't gotten very many chances, Martin, but he's been consistent when he's got the chances. You know what I mean? Like, he was inches away from a touchdown. So
when he's called upon, Sherfield always makes some type of, you know, he makes the most of his opportunities for sure, because he knows who's in front of him. So when he gets those opportunities, he makes the play. There's
a play we'll see later, that screen where little whiffs and Sherfield actually gives you a great effort in the block. And in my notes, I say, how is a wide receiver blocking better than a lineman who's paid to do this? Like,
I know.
Hey, I was like, oh man.
And real quick, reason, if you can get back to that God view on the previous play, I just wanted to point out the offensive line real quick, man.
Go ahead.
Like, I don't know what's going on, right? Okay. With let's just say Eichenberg is who he is right now, right? And it's going to take some time for him to really, you know, develop.
Martin's polite way of saying he hasn't developed much. He is who he was last year, and that's not very good.
But where I'm most frustrated with is Robert Hunt, man, because there's a lot of things going on where I'm like, why is he not blocking how he used to block last year? Like, even right here,
the hand placement.
I mean, he's losing his footing. He's off balance. He doesn't have as much how he used to.
Hey, he was pretty good into his kick slide, but watch the hands. Watch his hands. Look at his hands. Dude, look at where he tried to the guy, like, watch where he tries to place the hands. It's like face mask level, bro.
Yeah,
and Russo just drives the hands up and pulls them away. Like, that's bad hand placement there. And now because of his feet, that now he loses his balance, and now
that's what I'm talking about.
Now it's over.
His feet are not supposed to cross over like that. Everything needs to be square, and he needs to
watch the beginning.
Yeah,
watch the beginning. Watch him. Watch the beginning. It's where his hands get caught. Okay, right. Watch. Good into the kick slide. Now we're into trouble. Now your base isn't wide. Right? Then you're going to see he crosses his feet over and your hand placement is poor, and there goes your balance. Thank God for Connor Williams on that play, my friend.
Connor Williams saved him, but Eichenberg is all around, man.
What's going on over here?
And you know what? I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna really stop putting too much on.
Dance right now, bro. What's going on?
I'm gonna stop blaming Eichenberg, and I have to start putting more emphasis on Applebaum, because we brought him in here for this in particular, to really work on these type of players' technique and their positioning.
Oh, come on. You saw that. Okay, this is exactly what I was telling you about. Telling all of you about and warning you about when I heard left guard. Here is a perfect prime example of a guy who's like 6'7", 300 pounds soaking wet at guard right now. Look at this. This guy does not have the play strength to be an interior guy. Watch this. Look at, just pushed, just gone. Like, he just doesn't. First of all, his hand placement's poor. Second of all, again, he just pushed him back and he threw his balance off, man.
Yeah, he got beat on that rep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, he just doesn't have the play strength, bro. Like, that's all that's coming down to. What have I said is going to be? He does not have an anchor to be a left guard, bro. This is a perfect example. There's no anchor. Look at this. Poor hand placement, but you should have an anchor to hold, right? Look at his feet. He's done. He's got no anchor, man.
And again, I think it's in our best interest to leave him as a left tackle. Let Armstead coach him up.
Oh, I don't know, bro. I don't think he's good, bro. I think
but again, even if you whiff, as far as the pick is concerned, I still like him best at left tackle. Let Armstead coach him up. Let him sit down and bring in like a Michael Dieter.
Put Jackson there. If you want to keep Little at right tackle, kick Jackson. I think Jackson and next to Armstead in this scheme, in between Connor Williams in this scheme, is very intriguing because the thing is, listen, what he has that a guy like Eichenberg doesn't have is A, he's got the anchor, and B, he's got the athleticism, he's got the feet to make up for technique deficiencies if he starts a bad rep off. He's got Austin Jackson has abilities in this scheme that can help him recover if he's sloppy with technique. The problem with Liam Eichenberg, you got no anchor, okay, at all. And you look at how the thing with Eichenberg is he literally has to be flawless every rep technique wise to stand a chance. Not to be like all pro, to stand a chance, dude.
But that's why we brought Applebaum in, man. I think Applebaum needs to make this his project.
You can only polish a turd so much. If it doesn't turn into gold, then it can turn into gold. I don't know what to tell you on that one. That's come on, bro. Like, you've seen the improvement in Austin Jackson.
You're right. Yeah,
and improvement in Greg Little, even though he's had some bad overall. So let's call Applebaum. I knew this was I'm the guy on YouTube who evaluates film and evaluates players, and knew this was going to be an issue, bro. So I can't join you and put that on Applebaum because I also knew Austin Jackson was going to be what he is right now, and he is, and I knew that was going to be scheme and coaching. Eichenberg's just not good, bro. I mean,
damn. But that's our pick, bro. That's our pick, man.
I mean, hey, listen. Do I care? What am I about? Wins or draft status?
We got to win. Yeah, we got to win, man.
Bro, I'm not here for your feelings. I'll be honest with you. I might even start Robert Jones over him.
Michael Dieter can play guard, if not better than he can play center, which is why I'm curious as to why they haven't made that move yet. I don't know. Maybe the system's too complicated for some of these linemen where they can't start over Liam Eichenberg, who can grasp all concepts of the system or something, man. Because it's been a struggle the last 3 games watching Eichenberg, bro.
Let's keep it rolling.
Yeah.
All right. So Dolphins in 11 personnel, trips bunch to the left, 1 receiver to the right, 2 in the gun, Moser to his right. It's 4-2 cover 6 look here for the Bills. And this is another big miss here. He's actually going to miss Sherfield on the post route. It's actually going to look it off for Mosert's quick out. I mean, look at him right on the post, right? And he looks it off for Mosert's quick out right there. Yeah. And that's just because he committed to it because of Greg Little here. Von Miller just owned him with a spin move. I'll show you right here on the God view, and I'll let you do his thing. Watch Von Miller here, number 40. and he's just going to absolutely own on the spin move, and it's just going to force Tua to commit, and he commits to the safe throw. And he actually gets a piece of Tua's arm. It looks like either the arm or the ball, and disrupts the pass too here, doesn't he? I think. Yeah.
The whole play was disrupted by Von Miller, and honestly, I thought Greg Little recovered actually extremely well, considering that Tua normally right there.
Yeah.
Like Tua right there, when he sees a player get beat like that, he's normally quicker, to move out of the way and regather himself and make a throw. Obviously, in this case, in this instance, it's Von Miller, man. It's the Hall of Fame, to be a Hall of Famer type of pass rusher. So it's a little bit trickier to gauge his speed and his recovery. But overall, I thought Tua could have made like a more decisive move as far as maneuvering away from that pass rush and then resetting and figuring out which throw to make. And more than likely, most of it would have been that dump off. So, All
right, so this is the first play right after that huge fumble recovery. And now we are in the Bills' end in the red zone. Holland forced it, and Ingram recovered it, right? So we got 11 personnel for Miami. Trips bunch to the left. Tua in the gun. Edmonds is to his left. Cover 2 post snap is what they're going to roll into for Buffalo. Tua is going to make the right read to Sherfield on that flat route, who gets stopped just shy of the end zone right there. I mean, almost, man.
I'll nitpick that. The snap threw off the timing, and I think if Tua got a good snap, that ball would have been in front, and more than likely Sherfield would have turned that up to the pylon for a touchdown. I think Connor Williams, I've loved how he's played center, thus far throughout the season. He's been consistent, but the inconsistencies with the high snap, and it happened throughout the entire game. Yeah. I was like, damn, man, this is something that he needs to fix. He must fix this, because that snap, whether it be a 5 or 6 inches lower, that's the difference between second and goal at the inch or a touchdown.
I'll tell you what it is. Watch, I can point people out, because if you watch, you can actually see what the difference is. The difference in the high snap is, watch the defender on Sherfield. Look where his head is.
Right.
Ball would have already been out and coming towards, and look at where the defender's head is.
Right.
The ball gets there, and the defender's head's already turned around.
Right.
That ball would have already been there.
And Sherfield would have been diving in the end zone.
Yeah, exactly. So if you watch the defender's head, that's all about what the difference would have been on the timing of that snap.
Right. Technically, Chase Edmonds' 2 rushing touchdowns were supposed to be two more throwing touchdowns for Tua, man.
Yeah.
Like it's Tua's supposed to be leading the league in touchdowns right now, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's reality right now, bro. But
So this is right after that Sherfield completion, and this is the play where Tua says he felt his back hyperextend, which eventually led to him leaving after the Milano hit 2 drives from now.
Look at that, man.
Yeah. So this is where Tua says he hurt his back.
And he did. I hate this quarterback sneak, bro.
Right there. Look at that.
I hate this quarterback. We have to stop running this with Tua, man. He does not. Man, look at this.
Bends
back like a pretzel. Look at that. Oh my goodness, man. I hate running a quarterback sneak with Tua. I'm surprised that they haven't learned since like last year. Look, he let go of the ball immediately. He was in real pain. I don't like running a quarterback sneak with Tua, man.
No.
There's a technique of running this sneak. Tom Brady has mastered it. You know what I mean? Ben Roethlisberger, like there's certain quarterbacks that know how to find that small window to just dive in there, but Tua doesn't know how to do it.
And then you punch it in with Edmonds the very next play. So
right.
Yeah, I agree. 21 personnel for the Dolphins here. Ingold is the wing back to the left there, you see. Moser, the single back, 2 under center. 1-by-1 receiver set. Bills in quarters. Ingold's going to motion to the right, play action, and Tyreek's going to run a comeback inside the numbers, and Tua delivers a strike for a first down. This is and when you go back and you actually like look, and when you stop, this is the best throw available on the field.
Correct.
So this is the right read, right throw. And then there was also a flag on this play, but that was for offside, and Tyreek took a licking.
Yeah.
He kept ticking.
Yeah, the only thing I had to say about this is just have Tua throw the ball a split second sooner. That's all.
Yeah.
Like that extra,
This man came in and Goldberged him. Just straight up, like, who's next? 11 personnel for Miami, 2 in the gun, Moser to the right. 2 receivers stacked to the left, 1 to the right. Bills show cover 3 as Sherfield motions to the right there. And 2 is going to take Durham Smythe in the flats for a quick and efficient 13 yards to keep the chains moving. Not really much to this one.
Nah, yeah, it was down a distance. He saw what he wanted, got the ball out. Yeah. Perfect timing, perfect throw.
Good effort from Durham Smythe. Where are you at, Mike Gesicki, huh? Fuck.
I'm not gonna say it, but I'll say it. I think he's being kind of written out of the offense, bro.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Listen, at the rate we're playing, we're gonna be buyers at the deadline. If he can bring us a linebacker, or he can bring us some interior help to put this over the top, I'm telling you, man. Think about
They'll do it. Yeah,
yeah. All right. So we got Dolphins and 11 personnel, 2 in the gun. Moser to his left, 2 receivers stacked to the right. Hill to the left up there. Bills are going to bail into cover 3 at the snap. Tua sees a soft spot in the coverage with the linebacker vacating the middle and hits Waddle on that post. And he turns that play into an even bigger gain after the catch.
Great ball placement.
Like, can I say this too? Absolute the development and growth in Waddle's game now that he's not the only weapon for defenses to account for. Never mind just Tua. Like, look at what you're seeing Waddle turn into right now.
Right.
Like, the guy is turning into an absolute monster in front of our eyes. Like,
instead of being a number 2, he's looking more like a 1B. You know what I mean?
He's amazing, man. He's amazing. Anyways, Dolphins 11 personnel, 2 in the gun, Hill in the backfield to his right as Moser and Gesicki are in a trips bunch set with Craycraft to the left and Sherfield split out right.
This is 2-man.
I apologize. My bad. 11 personnel, 2 in the gun with Moser to his right, 2 receivers stacked to the left, Hill to the right. Bills in cover 2-man. Craycraft's going to motion to the right, and Tua hits Gesicki, who pulled from the left and rolled out into the flats for that one-handed snag right there. And it's a 6-yard gain on first down. Look at this guy.
Gesicki, man.
6-yard gains trying to make him look fancy, eh?
One hand, bro.
Look at this guy. Are you serious?
Man, it's so sad, man, because Gesicki's a legit weapon, and we can't use him right in this offense, man.
Yeah. Here we go. Dolphins and 11 personnel, 2 in the gun. Hill is in the backfield right there. All right. 2 is right. Moser and Gesicki are in a trips bunch set to the left. And with Craycraft, and Sherfield is split out to the right. Cover 6, 4-2 for Buffalo here. Moser is the easy throw fading away towards the front corner of the end zone, but oh no, Tua delivers an absolute laser beam. Look at this on Craycraft to that slant. That thing is a absolute dime and a half. I mean,
and he just walks away like, yeah, I do this.
Watch Moser. Look at he's got Moser at the front pile. Look at this. He's got Moser all day to the front pylon. But he says, nah, B.
Is that Moser or Waddle?
That's Moser.
That's Moser?
Yeah, top left. Yeah, it's Moser.
Okay.
Top left. Watch, see? That's Moser, 3-1. He got him to that top left. And look at he's even looking back like, oh, you didn't take me. And look at that, man. That is You know, you got a
Pinpoint.
defender underneath and 2 over top, and you look at that. This is big boy confidence throw by Tua. He's playing at another level right now. And this ties the game at 14 in the second quarter with just under 7 minutes left. Look at that.
Damn. No, look. And I mentioned this too, man. Once Tua figures out how to be decisive with his reads and he feels it, bruh, that's gonna be dangerous, man. It's gonna be dangerous. He has a different level of accuracy when he's just absolutely decisive.
Oh, that was just such a beautiful throw, man.
I know we can watch this like 8 more times.
Look at this thing. Just boom. Look at the window he's putting this in. Look at the window.
And he let the ball go before Craycraft even turned his head, bro, and it's still perfectly in his chest.
And I know it's minuscule, but you'll understand it because you play the position.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that people don't realize too is usually if you don't have a big arm, coaches would be trying to get that ball pat out of his game. I know you notice that every time he starts feeling it, he pats the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, if you have a big arm, they try to get that kind of stuff out, right? Because that's a millisecond off your delivery, right?
Right. Peyton Manning talks about that all the time.
You know what I mean? And Tua pats it steady when Tua's feeling it, he's patting and delivering, bro. Like,
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So people got to realize, like, he's that comfortable with his arm that he's patting the football. You can't have a weak arm and pat a football in your delivery. You will get picked off more than not.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways,
hell of a throw, man.
People don't realize that type of stuff, but I notice it. Like, I think that's the first time me and you have ever even talked about it.
Yeah,
So.
I notice it, but it's so common amongst quarterbacks to do that.
Yeah,
I don't even mind that Tua does that. But what you're explaining is spot on. That they try to coach that out of quarterbacks to have that split second of delivery, because you never know, game of inches.
Especially if you can't throw deep, because you have a weak arm, Martin.
That too. Yeah.
They'd be all over it,
That
Dolphins
too.
in 11 personnel, 2 in the gun. Edmonds is to his right. 1 receiver split to the left, 2 stacked to the right. You see Gesicki motioning there to the right. Cover 1 initially shown. They're going to drop into they're going to rotate into cover 2. And this is the play Tua gets hurt on. Look at the effort. And he makes the throw. Waddle, I mean, here's the thing. First of all, we'll watch it from the back, but and we'll get into the offensive line here.
Yeah.
But Tua's flushed out and manages to hit Waddle off platform, who looked like he was running like a dig, but then he sat at the top of it and turned it into more of like a hook and easy completion. But let's watch the offensive line here for a sec. Edmonds is going to be left one-on-one with Matt Milano. Who thought this was going to end well? And Connor Williams has no one but the air. And look at this. This needed to be an adjustment by the offensive line. This needed to be picked up. And nope. So
and again, I don't know if it's being taught in the offensive line room, but rule of thumb, when you have 4 guys that are clearly about to rush, and then you have 2 roamers, which are mainly linebackers, it's your center's job to identify the linebackers. Pretty much call them bingo. And again, one or the other, either Edmonds or Milano, Connor Williams, that's your guy. And he just, I don't know, man. I want to give him benefit of the doubt.
That's what happens when you haven't played the position.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly where I was going with that. Yeah, man. So
that's the problem with learning on the fly, right? Especially
man,
like that.
That's tough. So
Dolphins in 21 personnel. Ingold as the wing back to the left there. Mozart is a single back. Tua under center. Hill motions from the left. Bills are going to roll into cover 3. Look, post snap play action is going to come at y'all, and it's almost like a levels concept on the left side here. You're going to have 2 digs, and Craycraft runs a deeper one, and then Hill gets that release off the line and runs one underneath. It's almost like it's almost like a double digs, or or whatever you want to call it, you know, a levels concept, you know, whatever you
Right.
want to call it. It's to that left side, and you know, this is a big completion for Tua on the first completion after that Milano hit coming back, and that's a good. Let's get back into the rhythm and get back into
Right.
the game. You know what I mean?
That was a response completion.
Yeah, exactly.
Meaning, like it might have looked bad, but I'm okay. Like
Yeah.
that was a response completion.
Yeah.
And per that concept, that levels concept,
Yeah.
that was a clear out. That was a clear out what Craycraft ran, because remember, Craycraft is the one on the line of scrimmage, and Tyreek Hill is the one motioning. So he's going to be the first guy that the defenders kind of look towards as to what he's about to do. So Craycraft pretty much cleared that out. Tua read it and hit Tyreek on the next level coming in.
And look at the head
on the first window. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, love the head. Start over the middle of the
field. Look at the throw, man.
Yeah, good throw.
Man, hey man, Tua's he's getting his rhythm, man. And I'm not just talking about the game. I'm talking about like he's getting back. He's getting back into it. You know.
Yeah.
Finally.
Mm-hmm. Miami in an empty set. Trips bunch to the left. 2 receivers to the right. 2 in the gun. Buffalo cover 2 man. Tua's going to want Waddle here, but there's going to be a ton of contact you're going to see over the middle that causes Waddle to go down and the ball to land incomplete.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't even know how to explain the contact, like incidental, I guess. It was like he got bumped off the line, and then there was contact with Milano in the back.
Yeah, he kind of tripped up.
Right? He got bumped
tripped up. Yeah.
And then he got tripped up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I suppose the obviously hindsight 2020, but probably the best concept was going to be on his left, on Tua's left, where the numbers kind of matched. You see like before the snap, you got 2 to the right and 3 to the left, and when you look at the defenders on the flip side, it's 3 to the right, 3 to the left. So you normally want to work the numbers, but Tua just likes those matchups with Waddle and Tyreek if he sees it. So
yeah,
you know he gave him a chance.
Yeah,
great blocking though up front.
And let's be now you look at the trajectory of the throw. If Waddle wouldn't have got tripped up, it was on the money, and it would have been on the second level past Milano. So then it would have been an issue for their defense, right? So now we got a split back set for the Dolphins with 2 in the gun. Smite to his left, Moser to his right. 11 personnel, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Cover 1 press for the Bills pre-snap, but Damar Hamlin's going to drop back and make it a cover 2 look post-snap. And the coverage is actually going to be really good downfield. So Tua is going to take Smythe in the flats on 3rd and 18. And Eichenberg commits a holding penalty as he was once again late picking up the stunt. Dolphins forced to punt. We will see late to pick up the stunt right here. Boom. There's Miller right through the middle. Gets called for the whole kind of a weak holding call, if you want my honest opinion. Like he barely got anything of Miller. If you really want to be technical, Miller was pretty clean free there. You know what I mean? Tua just
that was ticky tack. That was ticky tack.
Yeah. So I don't know if I would have thrown the flag on that, but is what it is. We still see the same thing, bro. Guys are late picking up stunts. You know what I mean? And
yeah, that's an issue. That's been an issue since last year.
Yeah, that might be a them issue, not a coaching issue. You know what I mean? One of those things. So now again with a split back set look for the Dolphins, 2 in the gun. This time Mozart is to his right and Edmonds is to his left with a receiver on each side in 21 personnel. Bills show cover 6 with a 4-2 look, but are going to shift into quarters. And Tua hits Edmonds on the shoot route out of the backfield for the completion on 1st down.
Right read, right throw.
Yeah,
that's a good matchup for Edmonds. We talk about one-on-one.
Yeah, take it. Edmonds looked pretty good this game too. Nice to see a little bounce back. Dolphins in 11 personnel, 2 receivers stacked to the right. Hill motioning from that same side. 2 in the gun, and you see Edmonds is to his right. Cover 2 for Buffalo is what they're going to drop back into right there. 2 is going to force that slant, and that is not a good throw. Shouldn't force this slant at all, because guess what? You had multiple looks to the right side of the field. You had you're going to see Edmonds is going to go into the flats. You're going to see Waddle's going to break free on his corner route. And listen, you got to trust the protection here and roll through your reads because the protection was good enough for you to roll through your reads. Like you should, yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, this was another rep, where Tua just took a play off. Yeah. He took a play off of understanding the route concepts, understanding the coverage that was given, and he just didn't have his eyes on the right side of the field. He locked in before the ball was snapped on who he wanted to go to again.
Like just based off this pre-snap look right here, right?
Yeah.
If you look at how they're covering the stack formation, and you know what Edmonds is running, you got Edmonds no matter what.
Right. And
because
and they're giving you cover
right
too.
He's coming, right? You know he's coming. Right. And you got the flats no matter what. So start there instead of taking you kind of pigeonhole yourself to a one-on-one matchup on the left side when you would have had 3 options to the right on this look. You know what I mean?
Right. So, and the hash is on that side too. So the defense is split closer to that route. So it's just just a bad read by Tua overall. He should have stayed to the right. He should have read that coverage, and I think Waddle would have been a throw on that play because he would have broke open based off of the defensive player's position. So,
and either way, this was 3rd and 2, and Hill would be motioned for an illegal shift.
Right. Oh, that's another thing I kind of wanted to highlight real quick. Tua has to know like his players, right? Tyreek Hill, whenever he goes in motion, he always does this. He does like that skip, like, okay, let me slow it down a little bit. Tua needs to understand that Tyreek is gonna do that, but he still has to wait for Tyreek to get at least that full second and a half of being steady and then snap the football. So that's just something to point out, man.
That's his chemistry, right?
Yeah, he'll get that in time.
Yeah. One more look at it here. Dangerous.
I know. Again,
Josh Allen had like 5 or 6 of those. So who are we to talk?
Very true. Shout out to the steroids. Milano, man. Arms is too big to hold on to that one, bro. So I appreciate it.
2 in the gun. Mozart is to his left. 2 receivers stacked to the right. 1 split wide to the right. 2 receivers stacked to the left, 1 split wide to the right, 11 personnel. Bills are going to roll into like into a cover 4 quarters look at the snap. Sherfield motions to the right, play action. Great throw by Tua here to Waddle on the corner route for a huge 32-yard gain on a first down to kick off the Dolphins' first drive of the 4th quarter. We'll look at it one more time. Absolute big throw at an opportune time as 4th quarter Tua. Bad snap too. Another one of those bad snaps we were pointing out, right? High snap.
Which clearly threw off the timing again,
but Tua made it work.
Connor Williams has to work on that. But regardless, Tua made the right read, right throw, got the ball out, good timing, and big play.
All day, baby.
Big play, man.
All day. All right, let's keep it rolling. Tua in the gun, Moser to his right, 11 personnel, 2x2 set after Sherfield completes his motion to the right here. Bills give a cover 2-man look, but are going to drop into more of a quarters look post snap, as you are seeing. And it's going to be a screen to Hill, and this is where we were talking about earlier. Look at that effort by Little. How is Sherfield putting out a better effort on the screen
than
Little? And listen,
I know.
Listen, we haven't said a bad thing about Little all game, but we're going to call you out in pass pro here because the pass pro has been actually pretty good. Look at this effort.
We got to.
Look at this, bro. What are you doing, tiddlywinks?
And again, even before the ball is snapped, you know what play you're gonna run. This is where counting numbers counts. You know what I mean? You know Sherfield is gonna take care of that cornerback. That means the next guy over is your guy, Little. So Little needs to just attack that safety and obliterate him right there, bro. That's when Tyreek can just take off in the middle of that field and do what he does best. But that was a whiff.
And because I believe it's because he got ahead of Sherfield, and like they called him for an eligible player downfield, and then he gated his gain anyway, so it was all for naught. right? So,
But I don't think they were that. I think that was just a bad penalty to be called in the first place.
I agree
because
Hunt was further down the field than Little. What are we talking about? You know what I mean?
Right. But even so, I think Hunt was still in that zone, almost no different than that 5-yard bumper zone for cornerbacks and wide receivers. Offensive linemen have about a 3-yard zone that they get before. You know,
you see Hunt on this block.
Oh yeah.
Just chucks the defender. Look at this. Just grabs him. Look at this. Just grabs him. Woo! Eat dirt.
Yeah.
Big.
He's getting.
All right.
He's getting a wake-up call.
First sack of the game allowed is about to come here. Miami and 11 personnel, tight single back set, 2 under center with Mozart as the lone back. Bills in cover 1 man. Craycraft's going to motion to the left right there. Smythe pulls to the right. What are you doing, bro? Like, his hands up looking for the pass instead of chipping. And totally allows the defender to come off the left edge. So basically what happens is that's DeMar Hamlin, and Russo comes from behind as well, and it's a sack for a loss of 7 yards. And the problem is, when you watch on this, why did Russo get free? Basically because if you watch Mozart here, he's going to wash out Little. Watch this. Washes out Little from containing.
Oh, making the block, yeah.
Right, for making the block. And
again, I'm going to say this one too. Durham Smythe needs to make that block, at least chip him. Yeah. Because once you throw off that first rusher to the left, I think Tua is keen and aware enough to really get inside that pocket to avoid that pass rush from Russo and find his receiver downfield. Because I think he was looking for Sherfield on that seam route up the numbers to the right side of the field. Sherfield right there. Sherfield's at the line of scrimmage next to Armstead on the God view. And he literally ran a camouflage route where he wheeled up from the other side of the field. And I think Tua would have hit him in stride, man. Yeah, give him an opportunity. But, misplay all around.
Yeah.
Better execution next time. That's a big play.
Yeah. Need better protection.
Need
better protection.
All right. And Durham Smythe normally makes those blocks, bro. I don't know what's going on.
I know. So that brought up second. That was on first down. So that brought it up 2nd and 22. And then Edmonds got stuffed on a run that went nowhere. So now we're at 3rd and 22. 2 in the gun. Moser to his right. 11 personnel for Miami. Cover 2 man for Buffalo. And brother, it's an absolute dime from Tua here. Waddle gets released inside and splits the deep defenders with his post route that Tua drops in the bucket for a huge 3rd down conversion right there.
What a route.
Biggest throw of the game for either team. And this is what led to the go-ahead and eventual game-winning touchdown. This is the throw franchise quarterbacks make after having their back or bell rung a little bit earlier in the game. This is absolutely huge, Martin. And the way that post split the defenders and Tua dropped it there, beautiful. Well, it's like a corner post, right?
It was a corner post.
Yeah, the corner post. He sells the corner right there and then comes in. Oh my God, what a throw, what a route by Waddle, that growth and development. Look at, Waddle was my wide receiver 1 coming out, and not only did I gush about his speed, remember I used to always say he's more an advanced route runner than people give him credit for. And you look at what he does in his his stab step on that right there. Look at what it does. That stab step on faking that corner in his route. Look what it does to that safety over top of him. Look at him. He's turned inside now. He bites. And now splits the defenders with the post, and Tua drops in the bucket. What a play. What a throw. What a route. What a catch. Just beautiful stuff.
Yeah, perfect play call. Perfect execution by the offensive line, Waddle and Tua. And again, this route that Waddle ran was a play that was set up by the previous big play that he had. Remember on the earlier in this drive, that big corner. Yeah. Like that safety was remembering that. And as soon as Waddle stuck his foot down to make that corner route, he bit. And that was all she wrote from there. And Tua mentioned this in his I think in his post game presser, that he had to look off this safety, and he gave the safety the sneak eye towards Tyreek Hill on the left. reestablish himself and bombed it. Mm-hmm.
If you watch his head in the end zone view, watch.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to snap the ball right here. Watch. Look at heads to the
Mm-hmm.
left. He's looking it off right now. Then
Got
back over.
Mm-hmm.
But did you notice? If you watch his head, he goes through all three levels. Watch. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Watch head. Okay. Now it's to the left.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Middle. Now it's to the
Mm-hmm.
middle. Now it's to the middle.
Yeah.
At the middle. Now it's to the right back.
Mm-hmm.
And there you go. Like.
Yeah. He's seeing it, man. He's seeing. But again, I want Tua to do this every single play as far as staying locked in, because again, that potential pick six by Milano, he took a play off, right? But when he's locked in like this, these are the outcomes. You know what I mean? So, to be that guy, to be that franchise guy, there's no plays you can really take off, man. And again, I know he's coming back from injury, but hey, keep reading, man. Keep reading it.
And the footwork. Look at how good the footwork is again. We gushed about the footwork last time, but I mean, what a route, what a throw. I mean, we can't say enough about Jalen Waddle or Tua on this, right? Jalen Waddle is just an absolute stud. You are seeing the makings of a top 3 NFL receiver in front of our eyes, guys. And he's doing it more than Chase right now. He's taking the next step when Jamar Chase isn't building off what he did last year. Look at this Waddle.
Very true.
Now Waddle's getting all this space, and look at what you're seeing, what he can do with this space. It's special stuff, man.
And I think an unsung hero about all this is Tyreek Hill, man. Tyreek Hill effect is real.
Yeah. That's all the space. That's where the space is coming from. They gotta honor it, man.
They respect this man like no other player in the NFL, and it's creating matchups to where
beautiful.
Tua seeing it, man. He's taking advantage of it.
Yeah, he's either taking advantage of the Hill matchup or the matchup that Hill is opening up on the field for someone else.
Exactly.
That's high football IQ stuff, man. I love it. That's the step we needed him to take. All right. So Miami in 12 personnel, 2 in the gun, strong right, Waddle split wide left, Hill motions out to the left. This is what Martin said earlier when he talked about this Sherfield, and now this. Tua should have had 3 touchdowns. Buffalo in cover 2. And you know what the worst part about it is, Martin? He finally makes the read I've been harping on him over for like 2 years now.
Right.
When they vacate the middle of the field, make the read, make the throw.
Right,
but the throw is a little high. So listen, there's a couple factors here. Now let's watch it in real time. We'll watch it in real time first. After the motion with Tyreek, Bills cover 2. Look at over the middle. Okay, now here's a couple things. Okay, Edmonds should have made the catch. But it was a bad throw because he was can opened. He was going to get lit up. This ball needed to be lower. This needed to be in between the knees and the hips.
Right, in his chest.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, or low so you could run through the route with the low center of gravity and not get blown the hell up.
That too, right.
Like, I'm not trying to stand you up as less as possible here, right? So... Man, just need better placement so Edmonds can run through the route after the catch, man. Like
he got baptized on that.
But it could have been a lot worse if the ball was in his hands.
Well, but you know what? From right here, when you just toss it right there, look. If you put it,
if the ball was out a split second earlier, he was money.
But I'm just saying, even the placement. If you put it in his chest right there, I think Edmonds catches it, puts his foot in the ground because there's nothing but space. Because Tremaine Edmonds bails with Gesicki, or Smite.
But
he got baptized.
If he caught
Hallelujah.
If he caught this throw, what I meant is if he caught this throw, like how this ball was thrown, if he caught how this ball was thrown, it would have been over, buddy.
That's why I'm saying to it, and he needs better ball placement on that, man.
For sure.
Put it right in his chest. That's a touchdown, easily.
Oh my God. Oh, Edmonds, what time is it right now? Okay, so final throw, 11 personnel, 3rd down, cover 1 for Buffalo, and the pressure is going to come off the right edge from Miller. It's going to disrupt to his throw to Smythe in the flats, and the Dolphins try to get some space deep in their end zone to work with, and it just doesn't work out, man.
I just like this call because we've been trying to roll right forever, and it just doesn't work, man. Roll right is just one of those plays. I think you can do a play action right, I think where
There's
Tua
just
doesn't
not
have to
enough
do a
time.
full role.
There's not enough
But
time here.
yeah,
Yeah.
man, the roll right never works for me, man. I just
Yeah.
didn't like the play call. But um, good game, man. Those are solid reps for a low volume of plays for Tua. So
Yeah. Yeah.
another good game, man. Another good film session.
Yeah, man, and he's making like big plays, and he's not leaving big plays on the field, like he's making the big plays and making the big reads. So
Yeah,
obviously, there's still stuff to clean up, but there's gonna be stuff to clean up in anyone's game. No one has a
every
perfect game. You
game,
know what I mean?
every game.
Like
Yeah.
Lamar had a
Mhm.
perfect passer rating against us last week, and missed a couple. Missed that big. He overthrew. Was it Mark Andrews on that third down? The one where he's beyond the stick.
Right,
Where he's beyond the
right,
sticks, not the touchdown, beyond the sticks.
right.
He
He
overthrew him, right?
Isaiah
So
Likely as well. Yeah,
yeah, well, yeah. So it happens, right? So
mhm.
overall, though, man, heading into prime time against Joe Burrow, I feel good because I know Tua is about to turn it on. I know, and let's be honest, the offense is rested, so let's
Right.
and we really didn't, we didn't have to show or display a lot of wrinkles. So we probably have a
Mhm.
lot of stuff in the bag that we didn't even use against Buffalo that was already installed that we could really probably, dude. I think that was one of the better fronts, even without Phillips and Ed Oliver, we're gonna see.
Mhm.
So like I know we got Trey Hendrickson coming up right now, but I just don't think
Great
this
pass rush.
defense. I don't think this defense is as good as the last two we've seen, even the last three we've seen.
Mm.
So,
Very true.
I think with hey, y'all beat the Jets. I'm proud of you, but Joe Burrow looks like he's ripe for the picking against this defense. So, how you
Mm.
feeling after watching that film going in? Final thoughts, buddy.
I feel confident that we can go into Cincinnati and just take care of business. Again,
Yeah.
the momentum of the entire team, offense, defense, even special teams, has made a mark in this season so far. And again, my biggest thing is to his health.
Mm.
If he's absolutely ready to play, we'll see come Thursday. But right now, man, this is one of those real Tua times. Tua in prime time is just a different player,
See,
and
I'm
and
I'm
um.
con- I'm confident that'll be ready. Look at the throws he's making in the second half. It's just we didn't get the
Mhm.
opportunities really, right? And can I be honest with you?
Mhm.
Listen, I know we said last week if this was the game against the Bills, this is the game we need to get the run game going, right?
Right.
We're going up against some defenses now that are going to be a lot easier to get the run game going, including
Hopefully,
Cincinnati. So,
hopefully, man. Honestly, man, Raheem Mostert should not have however what is it 6 carries, 11 yards or something like that. Like that should not happen. That's not just Raheem Mostert not making the right reads and having poor vision. That's blocking.
yeah.
And we have to block better, man. We have to create lanes for our running backs to pop through and we have to be better all around as a run offense, man. Because again, as much as we see the growth in Tua, I still think there's more room to be desired if we actually incorporate a run game into it. That's when I think Tua is really gonna really show us something. But right now, it's all passing, and I'm uncomfortable with that, man. We need to really run the football better.
Yep. All right, guys. I'm going to be back tomorrow night. We are going to preview the Bengals and the Dolphins game on Thursday night. I'll be live around 8 o'clock tomorrow night. We'll give you the matchup to watch. We'll look at the keys of victory, everything. Again, like we said earlier, all of you out there, please stay safe. I know Hurricane Ian is coming down on y'all. So I just want to wish all of you guys the best. Man, I'm hyped. I cannot wait for Thursday. I know it's on Amazon Prime and not a lot of people are messing with that, but man, to be nationally televised game and the world's going to see what we're made of and what the last three teams fan bases, because I mean, I don't know if you heard, but the Bills fans are out here crying about blaming the sun for the loss. And
Uh,
I'm saying my nightly prayers to Ra, the Egyptian sun god, to thank him for the win. Like, It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday, and maybe because our game's on Thursday, I'm on to the Bengals, and these guys are still crying about a loss. I mean, for a fan base that tries to tell all of us y'all are tough because you jumped through all these tables, y'all looking softer than baby shit. You know what?
Yeah,
because you're still crying about a loss, man. Take your L and move on. All right.
And again, as much as they want to whine about the Heat, people got to play in elements, bro.
They weren't. I don't even want to hear it. They weren't whining when they were winning in the Heat the last 3 years. So whatever. We're out of here. Fins up, baby. Y'all already know what time it is. Take your L, Buffalo, because we're gonna now wait for the L. Y'all traveled out here. Now we're gonna travel up there and give you an L at freshly served at home next year.
I hope
Fins
so.
up, baby. All
Peace,
right,
man.
Love all y'all. We'll see y'all tomorrow, 8:00 for the preview show.
Yes, sir.